So the business partner, King, takes the stand and they asked him basically, do you see Jarvis in the room? And he was like, no. Like, he stood up and everything. He didn't see him. And I'm like, you don't see this man in the... Well, he was sitting behind the lawyers and he did have a mask up to here, basically. And he did cut his hair because he used to have long braids. And now he got, like, a short haircut. But I'm like... He said no. I'm like... At first, I was like, so they don't got him in the room? But he was in the room, and he just didn't see him. I don't know why, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. But the business partner was basically like, he would see Naziah and his daughter, and I guess sometimes his sons, coming to clean up the shop. And again, do these kids get paid to clean up this shop? Because I'm not volunteering to do shit without a payment. Like, I don't see my kids volunteering to clean up a shop without payment. Granted, your father will make you do it, but they're still going to pay you somehow. It's no way y'all could tell me that these kids was cleaning up this shop for free. But anyway, so Naziah somehow gets to the shop. Well, King's story actually didn't add up to me because he was saying that they were driving from the shop and they saw Naziah. They were driving from the shop to King's son grandmother's house, and they seen Naziah walking. So what that tells me in my head, what I'm thinking is, Jarvis told Naziah, when you get out of school, come to my shop. When Naziah got off the bus, she went walking to his shop. They were not there. So before she got to the shop, they ended up picking her up. That's what my brain is thinking. She got off the bus. They had a plan to meet up. She got off the bus, seen he wasn't there, started walking towards the shop. They had left the shop already, and that's how they ran into each other. Like, she was going to the shop, they was coming from the shop, and that's how they met up. That's what my mind tells me. I don't know. Either way, she would have ended up at that shop because they had plans, allegedly, in my head, to meet up after school. So she got off that bus, started walking towards the shop, and since he had already left the shop, they met up. Anyway, so King is like, we went to my son's grandmother's house, and it was me, Jarvis, and Naziah, and my son's grandmother was asking, who is this kid? Now, okay, Grandma, I love older people. I love how the son's grandmother asks, who is this kid? And then my grandmother, my mother, would have been like, why is two grown men with this kid? Now, I can see if he has 13 kids, I could see if he had Naziah, his niece, and his daughter. I could see that. But it's just Naziah. My mother, my grandmother, me, would have questioned, why is this girl prancing around with two grown-ass men working on cars at this time of night? Because where I'm from, it gets dark. In January, it gets dark around 5 o'clock. And I'm sure it gets dark around 5:30 in Detroit as well. So that would have raised a flag for me. Like, why is she with y'all this time of night? And then King was saying that he was trying to wait for his son. Well, I don't know if King said this or the aunt, his son's aunt. Because apparently King, Jarvis, and Naziah was waiting for the aunt to go get money to finish paying for whatever the grandmother needed done on her car. So the aunt, I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to figure this out. It's like weighing heavy on me. But it just would have raised a red flag. Like, why is this girl with these men? Where's your parent? Because that's what I would have been thinking the entire time. And then King had to leave because he was on a tether, I want to say. Where I'm from, we call it curfew. He was on a curfew to be home by 9 o'clock. And apparently, whatever city they was in was far from Detroit. So they had to go back to the shop, finish the car, I guess, or something. And then he had to be home by 9 o'clock. He left the shop at 8:45. When he left the shop, he left Jarvis and Naziah there, he's saying. Now, I don't think King had nothing to do with it because, for one, he had to be home by 9 o'clock. And he left them in the shop. I don't believe he left his house before 9 o'clock trying to violate his probation. I don't believe that. Even though he's incarcerated now, I don't believe that he left. I don't believe he thought something was going on with them. In fact, he even said he was annoyed because she was a distraction to them getting the cars fixed or whatever. So I don't think he had anything to do with it, but I wonder what type of distraction was she? Like, Jarvis' sister did say she was coming in and out the car, going in and out the shop or whatever. But I wonder, like, was that the distraction? Was it something, like, what was the distraction? Because if she's being, like, telling him stuff and stuff, I'm going to be listening. Maybe I'm nosy. I don't know. I just don't play like this when it comes to no kids. I don't play. A little girl and a grown-ass man, that shit, it don't sit right with me. So I would automatically be listening to what she's saying when she comes in there. But everybody's not me. I don't know. King probably really felt like that was his niece, which, yeah, he said that's my niece. I don't know him to be no creep, so of course. But this nigga is a creep anyway. So I wonder what type of distraction she was. They didn't ask him that. But he did say that he left the shop at 8:45 because he was cutting it close on his curfew. So what I think is, I don't know if they did anything. And then he tried to do it like an at-home abortion and it went wrong. I don't know, but I just want to find this baby hopefully alive. But like dead or alive, she deserves like even if she is unalive, she deserves the proper send away. Like, she deserves a funeral. She deserves a burial. She deserves everything. And I feel like everybody in her life failed her grandmother. Because why would you take on a child that you obviously couldn't handle? Because at the end of the day, you had a lock on the refrigerator. And it makes me sad. You obviously could not take the proper care of her because they were meeting up in the basement of your home. He was in her room, stealing her panties. Anybody come to my house, they're sitting in the living room. I'm showing you where the bathroom is, but ain't nobody going in no bedroom in my house. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You're not going in no bedroom in my house. Period. I don't understand that. He's going in her bedroom. They were doing things in the basement. He groomed her. Like, everybody's saying, oh, these text messages, she wanted to be grown. She was doing stuff like on her Instagram, saying stuff like hubby for life or something. I don't know, something to that extent, but like, it's a 13-year-old girl and a man in his 30s, late 30s. And then the school counselor or whatever it was, I think the school counselor she asked to speak to a school counselor one day, and the school counselor wasn't available. And they were saying, the judge was saying that the counselor failed her or whatever, which, yeah, because she obviously needed somebody to talk to. But schools are very short-staffed, so even the school that I was at didn't have a counselor there every single day. It would be like, like a Monday, then a Wednesday, and a Friday, or a Tuesday and Thursday. It wasn't like Monday through Friday, so I understand that. But I wish she did have somebody to talk to, like even a friend's mom, somebody. And then the man who was retiring, now I don't know if he worked for the school missing persons department or the police department missing persons, but why would y'all put a man who's about to retire on this case? So basically, Naziah vanished January 9th. They put him on the case January 10th, excuse me, which was a Wednesday. He retired a few days later. Why would he be interested in this case? Why would he, in that case, sat on his desk until his replacement came in? She possibly could have been found, but he didn't care about the case because he was retiring. Why would you give him this case knowing that he's retiring? And that's why I'm so aggravated with the grandmother, because why did you not call the cops? Why did you not call the cops who might have been able to find her? Now it's a year later. It's a hearing. It's going to trial. We still don't know where this baby body is at. It's cold. It's been hot. It was cold at the time. Summer has came, so it's been hot. It's been raining. Might have been floods. Now it's cold again. Like, I'm really so aggravated because I feel so bad. Like, and I really wish I could go to Detroit and look for her, because everybody has failed her. And based on the text messages, it seems like the aunt knew that they had something going on. So the aunt knew that he had a sex offender background. Why would you? She knew he had a sex offender background. And I feel like she saw text messages between the two. That's why they were deleting the messages. They were texting each other from text now apps and all of that. So I just feel like the aunt knew something. And then the aunt even texted him that day, like, have you seen Tuda? Tuda is what they call her. And he was like, no, I haven't seen her. But at the end of the day, he has your car, and the glasses were found in your car. I hope that he ends up confessing and telling us where this baby body is. Hopefully he just put her on the bus and she's living a life somewhere with like somebody, and doesn't want to be involved. I watch too much TV, but hopefully he put her on the bus and she's somewhere far alive with the baby. However, forensic science is saying that they don't think she's alive because she was very active on social media. She hasn't been on social media and nobody has seen her. And then they were saying, I was watching two Uncensored, and she was saying that being that there's an hour and a half window between the aunt seeing Jarvis and Naziah's disappearance or whatever, that she thinks he put her in a house, like a bando, in Detroit. And it's somewhere in that area. I don't know. I haven't been to Detroit. Never been to Detroit. I keep saying that. Never been to Detroit. So I don't know. But I kind of feel like he wouldn't bury her so close to home, because if he did, they would have found her. But I don't know. But I just want to know where she is. Like, it's been bothering me. Like, right now, it's snowing today where I'm from. And I'm like, damn. Like, I feel really bad. She's probably, like, bones now if she is unalive. Like, and that's so sad. She's 13. 13. Well, she should probably be 14 now, but, like, and she was itty bitty. She was like this big. I feel so bad. Like, I don't like when people be doing stuff to kids. So yeah, we're going to try. He needs to be sentenced for life, because why are you doing this to a child? His sister even testified. She's the only one that had compassion. The grandmother needs to be in jail. The aunt needs to be in jail. I'm really happy that the aunt, her twin sister, so the aunt's name is Shannon, her twin sister's daughter, which would be her niece, testified and said he tried to do something with her too. And she said no. And apparently the twin sister dated him first. That's weird right there in itself, but I'm glad that that baby testified on behalf of her cousin. Because that nigga is sick. 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 And people, we have to be aware of these type of situations in our family, because I don't play that shit. Nobody around me play that shit. Now that baby who testified, she might need therapy at the end of the day, because she almost got essayed. She know her cousin was being essayed, and now her cousin is gone and nobody know where she is. And this baby is only 9. And she knows all of this. I couldn't imagine. We have to protect ourselves from these pedophiles, black women. I don't understand. Like, it's just so annoying, because I feel so bad. But I guess we'll see where this trial goes. I was glad that the judge took it to trial and was like, a whole bunch of people failed her. A whole bunch of people failed her. Like, why did she have to go to him and ask him for pads? Because her cycle was on. Y'all are house. You're a woman and your daughter is a woman. The grandmother and aunt is a woman. They should be having pads. But this girl had to ask a man for pads, which means to me, she wasn't old enough to work, because where I'm from, you have to be at least 14 to work. She went missing at 13. And apparently this been happening since she was 11. So why does she have to ask him for pads? Which tells me She was asking him for shoes, clothes, everything she needed. She would ask him, and in return, she would have to sleep with him. No child should have to do that. I don't like that. I don't like that. And the grandma, they're talking about some, she didn't know she had a phone. Where did you think she got the phone? Grandma didn't know she had a phone. She's talking about she brought her iPad her last birthday. She didn't know she had a phone. I highly doubt that, because according to Jarvis' sister, she was on the phone. And according to King, she was on the phone. Apparently, she was on the phone because she was sending Jarvis text messages. Nothing is coming in my house without me knowing about it. Now, my kids, they do have a phone. And I go through it every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. Every day. I'm going through it. Nothing don't cross my door sill without me knowing about it. It's no way this girl could hide this phone. She was doing TikToks in the kitchen, TikToks in front of the house, and you ain't know she had a phone? Girl, grandma missed me with that shit. And I know how grandma is probably around the same age as my mother. My mother don't play. No. Grandma's probably in her 50s, giving her the benefit of the doubt. My mother is in her 50s. Grandma hair is laid. Grandma got the nice wig. Grandma hair laid more than Shannon's. It's no way you wasn't calling this girl, asking her where she at and this and that. It's no way this girl was 13 without a phone. 13 without a phone? I know a 5-year-old with a phone. Like, it's really no way that you, unless you out pussy popping and shit every single night, and you just come home in the day, which probably is the reason. It's probably she ain't come home that night. The grandmother ain't go home that night. Got home in the morning, went to get the kids ready for school, realized she wasn't there, took the kids to school, and then said to the school, "Oh, I don't know when Nazaya is." That's probably what happened. Because she looked like one of them young grandmas who don't like to babysit. Who be pussy popping. Too through. But it's like, no. At the end of the day, nothing is crossing my door sill without me knowing. Nothing. 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 So, yeah, we'll see where this goes. Thank y'all for watching. I got it off my chest. Hopefully, I could sleep tonight, but I'm still worried about this case. I'm going to keep following it. You all should follow it, too, because at the end of the day, this is a young black girl who was being essayed by her uncle. And now she is missing. She has been missing for over a year. Nobody has been found. Police believe she is unalive. Let's make noise. We need to get a team going so we could go find this young lady. It just hurts me. I would take a flight to help. I saw Skilla Baby said that he would pay for a funeral, but there's no body, so I guess he would pay like for a memorial. The family at this point, honestly, in my opinion, do not deserve it. Maybe the mother and maybe the aunt, the other two aunts, the aunt that has been looking for her. I forgot her name. Oh my God, I don't know, but y'all go over to Tootie Uncensored. She has all the information. She has the breakdown. She's from Detroit, so she know these people, I think. Don't quote me, but I think she knows people. Y'all go over there, watch Tootie Uncensored. She has all the information. There was only one. The father was looking for her, but unfortunately he passed away. And our aunt was looking for her. And somebody screamed out in the courtroom, Jarvis, please tell us where she is. Jarvis, please tell us where she is. I'm sorry, Judge. I don't want to disrespect your court, but he need to tell us where the body is. And she was absolutely right. The judge didn't even say nothing wrong. I love the judge. I love that it was a black young judge. It was a lot of black young people working on this case. And I love that for us. Because at the end of the day, we're going to get this baby home. We're not going to sweep shit under the rug. We're going to find this baby. And I just hope Jarvis confesses and tell us where this baby is, because she deserves a proper send away. She deserves a funeral, whatever. Hopefully she's alive. I don't know. But she didn't deserve what happened to her. And I feel like a lot of people failed her in her life. Like people that she trusted. She felt like she could trust him. She felt like she could trust her aunt probably. She probably felt like she could trust her grandmother, and they all failed her. And I feel like they all covered it up. But I hope she is found. Hopefully safe. But if not, she deserves a proper funeral. Like, my heart goes out to the people that actually loved her and that is actually looking for her. I'm gonna, if we launch a search, I will be there. It just really hurts me. But alright, y'all, I'm rambling now. I'll see y'all later. Drop down in the comments and let me know anything that I'm missing. If you're following the case, let me know. Drop down in the comments. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna bring this baby home, y'all.